Shalom, Yashar Allah. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to your hopeful lectakium that are out there laboring, that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, coming at you with a quick lesson, through the spirit that is going to come with a title, but it's roughly like... I'll come with the title later, but the point that I'm wanting to make is that, guess what, Jake? The devil still does not love you. After all these years, after all this integration, after all this marching, after all this unity, after all saying, let's come together, rise and overcome, this devil still hates you, man. And I want to show this video and the scriptures that I have prepared after it. But I want you to have this scripture in mind as I read it. This is Ezekiel. I'm going to go and actually here I want more. This is Ezekiel 35. And I'm going to start at the 4th verse. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord. And this is, I should have started above. But this is talking about Mount Seir, being aka Esau Edom, the so-called white man, self-proclaimed, the Caucasian, that cave dweller that we all know. This is verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and perpetual, that word means forever, never ceasing. Perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Saith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And that is ultimately going to be Yahweh Shai when he cracks a cloud on this devil's ass, but also the 144,000 elect men that are going to get busy with spiritual powers on Esau, ripping him out the cage, So that bloodshed that he was putting out on these nations, that rape, rob, and pillage, and that colonialism spirit, and just genocidal, just kill you to kill you just because I have the power spirit, is going to be taken out, man. It's going to be reversed right on him. And I wanted to show this video. The background of this video is Eve being in a, I guess you could call it a sundown town, because you don't want to be caught after sundown if you were a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. But this video is of Eve getting a wake-up call when she got transferred to a city to work, as you can see in the video that I'm going to play. But also, there's another half of the video that's connected to it that shows that same city where this lady was talking about just got ran through by the tornadoes that are tearing up the Bible Belt out there down south, in the southern states, as you can say. And a lot of these tornadoes, they go right along the Trail of Tears, where the Native Americans were forced to walk hundreds of miles, to get relocated to Oklahoma. A lot of that area was torn up, man, because that's judgment. But I'm going to play this video and just have the scriptures that Esau has that perpetual hatred to this very day.
I got transferred to an area, Barnesville, Georgia, that was like being thrown back into the 50s of people yelling the N-word at us to get off their lawn, telling us they're going to get their gun. They still, on Wednesdays, everything was closed until 2 p.m. in honor of the slave trade. During that time, everything would...
And I just want to say this, through the spirit. Look at this Eve. She talks like an Edomite. She wears her hair straight because that's how Edomites like it. She guaranteed probably got a white boyfriend, probably got an Edomite boyfriend, So when she came to this town, she's probably like, oh, I love white people. White people have always been my friends. They're so good to me. Why would they treat me like this? That's this fucking Eve's wake up to reality, but she still don't get it. But going back to it, Salaki.
Closed so that people could go to the auction blocks.
What?
Yeah. And so they still honored that all the way in 2000 and 13. And it was because that town was a slave town where they would do, like, the railroad came through it, and that's until 2 p.m. there would be auctions. I was just full on scared for my life, you know, and I learned very quickly, like, to not go to the houses that had any Confederate flag hanging. It was scary, and it was a lot, like, emotionally to deal.
And if you think that's bad, Eve, wait till Jacob's trouble, man. Because, hey, these women are going to be the first, I guess you could say, points of weakness in a society if they do not have a man. Because nature tells you that even females in nature can't even defend themselves as well as a male, having a male counterpart. You know, so this, imagine Eve being relocated in that sundown town, and then there's a power outage. There's a martial law declared. She can't leave. What do you think those gun-toting Edomites are going to do when they get bored or they get mad? They're mad at their government, but they see a Jake walking on the street, and they take all their anger that they have towards their own damn government, and they're going to take it out on Jake just because they fucking hate Jake just as much too. So that scene that you saw in Purge, where you had a bunch of the patriots just going around in the cop uniforms just beating up Jake, you know, that's just, you know, it's showing you that they don't give a fuck. Even though they're mad at their government, they're gonna still hate you more, Jake.
To deal.
Remember, they bomb.
And I stand corrected, Salaki. I said it's Sulphur, Oklahoma, but that girl was talking about a town in Georgia. I thought this was that same one he was talking about, but they are separate towns. But Lord willing, obviously we know that town's going to get judged too.
So-called Black America, Wall Street. Payback is a mother. As you can see, vengeance is his. As you can see, as you can witness, it's on like a pot of neck bones.
I just gotta say, because Jake's excited that he's seeing Oklahoma get messed up because he's saying Tulsa, Oklahoma, and when they bombed, they firebombed Tulsa, Oklahoma on Black Wall Street. You know, remember when they bombed AA's Wall Street? That's Afro-Americans Wall Street. Hey, we understand that that's not who we are as a people and that this isn't our place of rest. So the Lord purposely did not allow us to get a foothold in this society. No might will be in our hand in this, you know, under these curses and in this captivity, man. That Esau is not going to let you get ahead. And by the way, this is not a bad of a judgment like we really want to see on these Edomites, man. We want them to get it double, like the scriptures say, as we got it. And hey, there's some blown over houses, but I don't see no Edomites in chains. So guess what? This ain't it. This is a little flick of, you know, you flick a little piece of lint on you and it falls to the ground. Something like that compared to the destruction that's going to be dropped on Babylon the Great, man. You know, with all these nuclear missiles, this place is getting melted, not just blown over.
Know that. I'm out.
You know, so just the destruction, man. Esau getting messed up. But again, you know, showing you the video that Esau still hates you to this very day, Jake. You know, and the other point being that the Lord is going to pay him back one way or another. You know, another thing is, you know, these tornadoes judging, you know, that area, which I don't know who would want to live there after getting their house fucking destroyed every year, if not every other couple years, you know. But then you have to really see that Jake is going to stay in that mentality of thinking everybody loves him until they're done, man. Jake has so much love to give everybody else, they forget, you know, to love themselves. You know, we're the biggest killers of ourselves next to Esau, Edom, man. You know, so-called black woman. You know, and it's just that the whole spirit of that woman was just annoying me to the point where I had to make a video like, Jake don't get it yet, man. Jake do not get it. And I'm going to grab a couple more of these scriptures that I had because, hey, man, this is not our time to get carnal, but the Lord is going to pay back. You know, and one of the ways that he did pay back was with those tornadoes. You know, this is Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to be able to give a better judgment than we can even imagine with these carnal, weapons, these fleshly bodies that are weak. No, we want a judgment to come down from the heavens on Esau's ass. That's how bad it's going to be. Out of this world, like you would say. And thought I had one in Obadiah that I was looking at. Where was it? Here we go. This was it. This is Obadiah 1 and 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Going into when he broke that brotherly covenant. And really Esau broke it immediately as soon as he said, the days of the morning of my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. It's because of that great violence and hatred, that the Lord ultimately is gonna, and because of the fact that he rejected his birthright, but just the fact that how much of a demon Esau was to Jake, man. The Lord is gonna make sure that he's public enemy number one, and that's why also he's the only nation not promised mercy, and that after 1,000 years of captivity alongside the other heathen nations, Esau's the only one that's gonna get taken off the map, man, and thrown into the pit. So that's something to look forward to whenever you see these videos, to remind yourself that Esau is gonna be getting it the worst, man. So Lord willing that this lesson was edifying, and understanding that you do still have enemies in these last days, and the Lord is going to go forward with his judgments that he's going to put on Esau. And these tornadoes is just one of many that the Lord is bringing. So Lord willing that this lesson was edifying to the elect, and Lord willing, till the next time, Shalom.